What is happening, everybody? I am TheAnarchitect, and today I am bringing you another manga haul, this time for September of 2020. Well, technically, it's September and the beginning part of October, since there were some packages that took a while to come in, and I want to squeeze some of those into this little video. So if you like this kind of content, hit that like button. If you want to see more of this kind of content, anime and manga and whatnot, hit that subscribe button. Or don't. I mean, what am I, your dad?
You can't tell me what to do.
But anyway, I'm excited for what I got in this time. And if you want to stick around, October is going to be a big month. It's my birthday month. I got some stuff coming in. I got some really cool anime to watch. And I'm going to be talking about it in future videos as well. It's just going to be a good time all around. So I'd appreciate it if you stuck around. You know, it's up to you. I'm not going to pressure you. You should do it though. Anyway, let's get into the manga that I got this month. I didn't get a ton, not compared to August, but I did get quite a few good series. I think quality over quantity, I think that's also important when collecting manga. So I'm going to start off with some stuff that I covered in my last video, including this, the Quintessential Quintuplets, Volume 10. And as I mentioned in that video as well, I also bought the last 4 volumes on Kindle digitally, because I just really wanted to finish the series. If you want to see my reasoning behind that, just there's probably like a little annotation that's going to come up right here. There it is. And you just click on that and see the video, and I'll talk more about it in that video. But long story short, couldn't wait for the physical volumes to come out. Went ahead and bought it, finished the series. Boy, it was quite the finish. But I'm not going to get into that again now. But this is still one of my favorite series. And I'm going to be collecting the physical volumes as they come out still, just so I could have it in my collection. And yeah, it is a thing that I like. So go ahead and check it out if you want to. Just be wary of that ending though. So just put that over there. And next up is another volume I mentioned in that last video, Jujutsu Kaisen. I already read this, and I talked about it again a little bit last time, so I won't go into too much detail here. Just watch that video if you want to see more. But I'm really very much into the series now. I plan on getting volume 6 in pretty soon, and I'm really looking forward to the anime, which I believe is already out. I think episode 1 is already out, so probably after I'm done recording this, I'm gonna go and watch that, because I'm super pumped for the anime for this. I think it's gonna be, the anime might make it to Demon Slayer levels. It might. We'll just have to wait and see. I saw the trailers. The animation looks sick. And yeah, I'm just looking forward to it all around. So I got Volume 5. Volume 6 is coming in. I'm keeping up with the series. And yeah, it is pretty wonderful. And finally, for the ones I've already covered in a video, I mentioned that I got into Golden Kamuy. This is Volume 1. And I absolutely love this so far. You can fully expect me to get more of these this month coming up. In fact, I might get a bunch of these. This is probably going to be one series that I'm going to focus on more so than anything else at the moment, now that I've gotten, well, I'll get into that later. But yeah, Golden Kamuy, again, thanks to the person in my last manga haul for recommending this to me. I'd already heard good things about it, so I really had no problem trying to pick this up, and I am pretty hooked on it already. So yeah, that's going to be something that I'm going to be getting more of without question. So now we're going to move these to the side slightly because I need some room. Because probably the biggest part of my haul this month has to do with this. Just give me 1 second, because I really shouldn't have put them this far away from me. I'm not prepared. Oh, okay, here we go. This is what I focused a lot on this month. They're not even in order. What am I doing, man? I'm looking sloppy right now. Man. Anyway, Vinland Saga. Volumes, or books, I guess you could say, 7 through 11. This is caught up with the physical volume releases, here in America at least. And, I mean, can you tell this is my favorite series right now? I think it should be pretty apparent. So, let's take a look. I mean, these are so cool, man. I mean, I just love the quality of these. These covers are just exquisite. Can I use that word? Is that, I don't know, man. I don't know. Anyway, it's great. This series is wonderful. I've only read up to book 5 so far. So these are, I haven't even broken into these yet, but they're sick. They're totally just awesome. It's my favorite series. I'm hooked on it, as I've mentioned time and time again. And now that I got the entire series basically, not complete because it's not all the way completed yet, but at least I have them. I can binge read them up to a certain point, and I definitely plan on doing that this month. So look forward to that in a future reading log video. Maybe I'll get far enough in the story where I can talk a little bit about how the story's actually going. So Vinland Saga is just amazing. Check out Vinland Saga if you haven't already. It is, if you've heard hype about it, if you heard stories, believe the hype, because it is absolutely amazing. So if you think that part of my haul was big, getting these Vinland Saga volumes, boy oh boy, do I have something come to show you guys next, because I picked up an interesting release that just came out last month. I pre-ordered it a while back, and boy, it certainly is a big part of my collection. And when I say big, I mean massive, bro. This is Clover, the collector's edition 4-in-1 omnibus. This thing is absolutely massive, dude. Oh my god. Okay, so basically, this is my first shoujo manga that I've collected. This was recommended to me by a friend who said that this series was actually pretty good and interesting, and I never really heard of it. It comes from Clamp, which I believe is a group of female manga writers who are most known for Cardcaptor Sakura and I think XXX Holic, yeah. And what was that other one? It was like Magic something something Ray Earth. I'll put the poster or something over top here. But yeah, I've always wanted to get into a shoujo. I just didn't really know where to start. My friend recommended this to me, and boy, I mean, I knew it was going to be an omnibus with the whole thing, but this is like a freaking college textbook, man. I mean, this is enormous. I mean, look at this thing, man. It is bigger than my whole head. What? Is there something on my face? I mean, this thing it just takes up so much space. It is bigger than anything in my collection physically. It makes my JoJo volumes look like, I don't know, the komi-san volumes I'm going to be showing you here in a second. It is crazy massive. And I haven't read this yet. I'm going to read this month because I am fascinated by it. And flipping through the pages, the art style is definitely interesting. The way the panels are laid out, there's a whole lot of negative space. Is that the right terminology? I mean, it's just the way it's designed in terms of the panels. It's different than a lot of things that I've noticed, or a lot of things that I've bought and that I've read. It's got some nice color images here, though. I don't even know much about the story aside from it being about this sort of fairy. I heard it's like a cyberpunk type of story, which that's kind of cool. I really don't know much about this, so I might just do a first reaction type of thing for this, because I really don't know. I'm taking a recommendation from a friend. I trust her that she knows what she's talking about. But yeah, I mean, do you guys know about this? I never even heard about this before my friend mentioned it. So have you guys read it? Leave in the comments if any of you guys have read this or anything else from Clamp. Put it down in the comments. Let me know what you think. And whether it was worth the purchase, because I mean, this thing is, oh my god, just wow. Moving on from that, though, I promised more Komi, and I'm delivering more Komi. This is Komi Can't Communicate, volumes 3 and 4. Haven't broken into these yet. I've read 1 and 2, and I do really love this series. I've mentioned it before. It's just cute and funny and charming, and it's a fun time. It's just a fun time. It's a fun read. It's nice. It's a nice little change of pace, especially after reading something like Vinland Saga, where it gets real dark and violent and whatever else. It's a nice palate cleanser, I guess, to get into sort of a calm, funny slice of life like this. Although apparently there's some feels coming in some of the future volumes. I don't know when. But I can't wait to break into these. I'll talk about more of this when I get to my reading log later this month. But yeah, komi-san, you can't go wrong with that. And I also picked up a couple more volumes of Kaguya-sama Love is War. These are 5 and 6. I haven't really broken into the manga too much since I bought it. But I have flipped through the pages, and it seems like this is right around where Season 2 is, or was. Season 2 of the anime is. So I'll probably get past where the anime left off eventually. And I'm looking forward to Season 3 of the anime. I think it's happening. I hope it's happening. It better happen. I'll buy every single one of these if that makes a difference. But yeah, I love this, and yeah, watch Kaguya-sama the anime. And the next volume is a series that I'm looking forward to getting into because people have said a lot of good things about it, and you probably already see it. I brought it up too quick. This is Beastars, Volume 1. In a nice little Viz signature edition. I love these, the Viz Sigs that are just kind of, I don't know, they're bigger than your typical manga. I think they feel big, like, just better in the hands, whatever. Anyway, that's a weird take. Anyway, Beastars, I've heard good things about this series. I know there's a Netflix anime that people have raved about. From what I can tell, the story, I don't know much about the story, aside from the synopsis on the back, but I'm getting kind of Zootopia vibes. And I know people have compared it to Zootopia, and mainly because of our love interests here. But I really can't wait to get into this, because people have been saying good things about it. And so I haven't read this yet. I'm going to, flipping through the pages. Artwork looks pretty cool. And I mean, look at this, man. This does seem kind of fascinating. Yeah, I'm gonna break into that soon, and I'll talk about it in a later video. I might even check out the anime too, because again, heard great things. So yeah, Beastars. That could be something big for my collection later on. We'll see. And finishing off this little haul, again, not a huge one compared to last month, but still pretty decent in terms of the quality. And more to that, I did get 2 volumes of One Punch Man. These are 4 and 5. And I've only read 1 volume of this series so far. I kind of wanted to collect more of it because I knew, or at least I have a feeling, that once I start reading more, I'm not going to want to stop. So I want to have these on hand, so that I don't have to stop and wait for more. Although, you might have seen it real quick, and I've mentioned this on my Instagram. So if you want to follow that, by the way, it's down there. I bought these from Amazon. They came in together, but look what they've done. I know, it's horrible, right? They gave me one with the old logos and one with the new ones, and it just messes with me. I don't like it. I don't like that there's different logos, man. Maybe it's just a thing with me, but it messes up the flow. It looks awkward to me. Maybe I have a small form of OCD, but this might have to be remedied. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna. Maybe it's not a huge deal. Maybe I'm making a big deal out of nothing. But I don't know. Is anybody else bugged by that? I'm sure some of you are. I might end up getting another volume 4. But anyway, One Punch Man, still cool. I like the covers. I like the little back covers. Just how they design them is pretty cool. But what's even cooler is this other volume that I got in. This is Volume 1 of One Punch Man in Japanese. This is the Japanese version of Volume 1. And there's a couple of reasons why I got this. One, I thought it'd be cool to have a Japanese manga as opposed to an English translated one. But another reason is a little bit more personal, because I haven't mentioned this before, but I've been studying Japanese on my own time, off and on, for the last 4 or 5 years, partly in college, and then I continued it on my own after college. I have a bunch of textbooks from Japanese from Zero, so shout out to George Tromley and his wife for Japanese from Zero. I think it's a really, really great way if you want to get into Japanese. He has a great course, some great textbooks, a great video series on YouTube, so check that out. Big shout out to him, for sure. But I bought this with the idea that it would motivate me to learn and become fluent so that one day I can read this volume and understand it. One thing I did notice, though, that's interesting, and let me just reach in here and not knock everything off my shelf in the process, but oh, that's the wrong one. See, I'm already, it's getting sloppy. This volume is quite a bit smaller than the English translated one. It's the exact same volume, all the exact same artwork and everything inside. It's just this one's a smaller volume. But one thing that's really cool about this is that it's got this sort of slip cover on it. You take that off and you get to see the actual cover of the Japanese version of it, and dang, I mean this I might like this better than the actual English release covers. I mean, this is sick. Look at that. Isn't that just awesome? The spines are great, and well, that kind of goes without saying. But anyway, yeah, I'm so glad this came in. This technically came in October, but I had to slip this in because I just love this. This is so cool. I'm looking forward to having this on my shelf. I'm looking forward to eventually learning Japanese well enough to maybe actually read this. That would be amazing. So that is going to do it for this month's manga haul video. Well, technically last month again, but I'm not going to get into semantics. If you like this though, go ahead and drop me a like. If you didn't, hit the dislike. It's your right. Subscribe if you want to see more though. Follow my social media. It's in the description. Also, if you guys have any suggestions or recommendations for manga, anime, whatever that you want me to check out, want me to talk about and get later on, put that in the comment section. I'm always open to suggestions. I mean, that's where Golden Kamuy came from. And again, fantastic. Anyway, that's where Golden Kamuy came from. And so, yeah, I'm open to suggestions. Put those in the comments. If you watched this all the way through, thank you for watching. And of course, I am the TheAnarchitect, and I'll see you in the next video.
Perfect.